Welcome to the Community Shall Be Restored. I'm your host, Prophet Cedric Banks, along with
Prophet Cedric Banks.
And we have a dynamic guest here today that's doing some outstanding things in the community. We have Sherry Gay-Dagnogo right here, State Representative, District 8 right here, that's doing some outstanding things. Sherry, welcome to the Community Shall Be Restored.
Oh, thank you for having me, Prophet. It's an honor to sit down and talk with you about the work that we are continuing to do to improve our community, as well as to improve achievement, academic achievement for all children throughout the city of Detroit.
Sherry, District 8. Where does District 8 start from? What's the territory and the boundaries of District 8?
Well, thank you so much.
Because we have a big, huge, wide range of political people that watch this television show, and it's a strong political audience. And where is District 8 at? Because I know we got a lot of folks out there from District 8 looking and listening.
All right, well, I'm looking forward to meeting some more of you and just honored to talk to you in this medium. But District 8, the boundaries are 7 Mile is the northernmost point.
Okay.
The easternmost point is Meyer and a portion of Wyoming, as well as the southernmost point, Schoolcraft 96, and westernmost point is Telegraph and 5 Points. So that includes or encompasses a number of our communities. We're in North Rosedale Park today. Rosedale Park, Grandmont 1, Minnock Park, Brightmoor communities. And so it's a very diverse district on the northwest side of Detroit.
All right, we're here today with State Representative Sherry Gay-Dagnogo. Sherry, you said you're looking forward to meeting some of the people out here in TV land, right?
Oh, yeah.
Now, are you holding events places where they can maybe come see you?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Every first Friday, I have my coffee hour.
Okay.
And we move throughout the district so we can kind of come to the residents. Our next coffee hour will be March the 4th at Grandmont Rosedale McDonald's on Grand River in Finkel. 18453, I believe the address is. 8:30 a.m. To 10 a.m. We have that event. We have an education town hall that is upcoming. So I ask that the residents stay tuned. If they are indeed a resident of the 8th district, make sure that they sign up for our newsletter at the state website. And also, you can also call my office and be added by calling 517-373-3815. Again, that's 517-373-3815.
What are some of the things that go on, Sherry? We're here once again with State Representative District 8, Sherry Gay-Dagnogo. What are some of the things that go on at coffee hour?
Oh, we have a legislative update, give an overview to residents from all community groups, an opportunity to express their concerns.
So they are able to express
Oh,
their
absolutely.
concerns. Okay.
So that they can share what issues they are having and questions they have, or just any issue, constituent issues that they are bringing to the table during that time to have their questions answered. We have various experts that sometimes come in and talk about whether it's energy. We know that energy bills are ever moving. We also have people to come in to talk about education. I'm a former Detroit Public Schools teacher myself, but we also try to bring in a balanced perspective so people can hear firsthand, both sides of the story. So I also share legislative updates with any bill that is before the House or the Senate that would directly impact the city of Detroit and our community.
Have you ran into any of those legislative bills that are going on now that do impact the city of Detroit?
So as I said again, energy, renewable energy, that's a key area that's been a concern of our community. We know also that the ongoing discussions about the marijuana legislation, medicinal marijuana, that's an issue that, it took some time for our residents to grasp what was going on with the influx of medicinal centers that have opened up in our community, the role that the Detroit City Council had to play with respect to developing an ordinance, and then how that ordinance interfaces with state legislation. So oftentimes our residents elect state representative, we have a senator, you have a city council member, you have a commissioner, and so understanding who's in charge or of particular areas, it's very important to make that clear that we work together. In my community, I live just a few steps away, not too far from our Councilman Tate. So we dialogue about issues at the city level that are impacted by state laws as well. So just making that plain and clear to our residents so they understand and know who to call when they need additional answers, support, or their issues addressed. So it's just that ongoing dialogue and working with all branches of government to ensure that residents get their questions answered.
Now, what does the city council handle for those out there in TV land? Because it's a wide range of audience, once again. What does the city council handle? What does a state representative handle?
Well, I mean, first of all, if there are any issues concerning the community, I don't mind receiving a call from our residents because our office, my staff has an ability to interface with our city council member. But the city, pretty much the jurisdiction, the streets, the potholes, the lights, any concern at the city level typically is handled by the mayor's office and or the city council members. But you can call the person that you feel will help to also get some relief for the issues that you're bringing forward. So often people will call my office regarding Social Security issues. Well, actually, that's our congressman or congresswoman if you are in Congresswoman Brenda Lawrence district. However, if you call our office and you're not quite clear, we send out a form that provides information to residents as to who to call, emergency numbers when you're dealing with housing issues, when you're dealing with Social Security, when you're dealing with your benefits, insurance issues. So you can call our office for any issue that you might have, and we will make it easy for you to understand who has a jurisdiction over that area. But pretty much all issues that are relating to city issues, and I don't expect our citizens to understand all those dynamics.
Right, sure.
But if you call my office at 517-373-3815, certainly we'll point you in the right direction.
Okay.
So we're not passing the buck because I work for city council for 9.5 years for Alberta, Tennessee, Talabi, and Clyde, Cleveland. And so I handle constituent concerns at those offices, and I understood, and I still understand that when citizens call someone, especially our seniors, our most vulnerable population, they're not looking to hear who's in charge of that or that's not my area. Get the concerns addressed, and so that's what we endeavor to do.
Right, they're looking for relief.
That's it.
They're looking for
results.
comfort.
I don't care where
Right.
it come from.
Right, they're looking for comfort, relief.
Right.
I definitely agree to that. Sherry, what are some of your accomplishments that you have made as a state representative?
Well, I'm a first-term representative. I am a former teacher with Detroit Public Schools. That is something that I continue to hold near and dear. Being an educator, being now appointed as the Urban Education Reform Advisor and chair for our Detroit Democratic as well as our Michigan Legislative Black Caucus. So I am in the conversation to address and improve education and academic outcomes for not just the city of Detroit, but for all urban centers throughout the state of Michigan. And so interfacing in that dialogue, moving forward initiatives and potentially supporting content that can go into our bills that will bring relief, but really being an organizer, making sure that all stakeholders' voices are heard in this process. Throughout the discussions of the DPS legislation, I've been very closely working with our teachers, our administrators, the mayor's office, our school board members, the state board of education members, making sure that all the voices are at the table because far too often policymakers make decisions and don't consider the issues that the members are in the trenches are facing every day. So boiling that down and making sure that even our governor understands what the concerns are that are coming from our school teachers who are in the classroom every day facing these issues. I put forward a number of bills, but as a member that is currently in the minority caucus, and that means that we have a Republican-dominated House, Senate, and the governor's office. There are not many bills being passed, but having a willingness to work with all stakeholders across the aisle and raising the awareness of what the issues are, that is what I've been committed to as a first-time legislator.
Okay, wonderful, wonderful. Can we get that turned around as far as a Republican-dominated House?
Well, we certainly can do anything.
What is it? What will it take to get that turned around?
Certainly understanding Detroit will pretty much always have a Democratic representation, but what we have to do is look at marginal seats, those seats that are outside of the city of Detroit, that are typically won or closely won by Republicans, and turning a number of those seats up over to Democrats. So getting more engaged. We need more of our community as well as our surrounding suburban communities, members to not just see this as a Detroit problem, but see this as a statewide issue. And if you want to make sure that we are advancing great quality public education, if you want to make certain that we are advancing democracy, if you want to make sure that we're protecting working families and labor, you have to get more involved in the process of our elections. And just your role as a bishop and pastor, prophet, getting the church more involved in the process of social justice and not being so heavenly bound that you're no earthly good. Right. Getting and acknowledging and understanding our role in helping to ensure a Democratic majority. 56, it'll take 56 Democrats to win a majority in the House. So we can play our role as being members of the Democratic Party, getting engaged in this presidential election, getting engaged in our local races. That's what's important. The church can play a much more significant role in educating their constituencies, their parishioners, so that we understand the urgency, as Dr. King said, the urgency of now, of getting and winning a majority.
Do you do speaking engagements? Do you come out to churches? Do you come out to functions and organizations? If you do, can you let the people know?
I have been speaking at a number of churches prior to becoming a legislator. I am a member of Greater Grace Temple. I have been for more than 30 plus years. I have taken the ministerial courses as well, but I consider myself a minister of community and education, and just speaking truth wherever I go. And so, yes, I've had an opportunity with close relationships with a number of faith organizations to come and speak to them, and we'll continue to do that work.
All right, Sherry, thank you so much.
Thank you.
Powerful interview.
I appreciate you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you for having me.
Thank you for coming.